It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchenland USA, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair and Waterproofing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sara Foreheads.
Howdy to you. Good morning on this Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. We got a lot of news to tell you about today, so we're going to get right to it.
All right. Jordan Valley Community Health Center and one of its former employees is being accused in civil court of negligence and intentional infliction of emotional distress by a patient from Springfield. An employee has already pleaded guilty to the felony of violating medical privacy laws and was sentenced to probation. That employee accessed a female patient's medical information and then gave it out to mutual acquaintances. As a result of that, the patient says she has suffered from depression and anxiety. She is suing both the former employee and Jordan Valley Community Health Center. A new law is now in effect in Missouri that targets organized theft from stores. The new law makes it a Class C felony to steal merchandise with a value of $1,500 to $10,000, and it upgrades a Class B felony. It upgrades that to an A if the total value is more than $10,000.
Don't know if you saw this over the weekend, but there was a story that was sent out by the city of Ozark about a person being bitten by a copperhead snake on the trail there in Ozark. It got a lot of attention, and then it got even more attention when everybody figured out that Sara Foreheads was the one who was bitten by the copperhead. Sara, do you have anything you'd like to say about that now?
What a crazy situation.
Yeah.
Literally, it has been one of my worst fears, which I've learned now after getting bitten by the venomous snake, that I'm not sure why it was one of my worst fears ever, like before. Because just think about it, there's a million other worse things that could happen. But it was actually one of my worst fears, and then it did happen.
Yeah, you were on the trail and
right by the Finley River, very close to the Ozark Career Center. But it's a paved trail. It's wide. I was walking, not running. Normally I'm running, but I was actually walking. I had on headphones. I was listening to my Bible app of all things. And it was coming from the grass onto the pavement. So it had to have been like moving in the grass, but I didn't see it. And right when it got onto the pavement, I stepped right on it, and it bit me through my tennis shoe and sock, like cloth tennis shoes and a thin sock. And I actually wasn't 100% sure that it got me because it wasn't stinging. And when you get like a bee sting, it really stings. And so I was like, did that get me? I mean, I was totally freaked out, but also wasn't sure. So I ripped off my shoe, and then I saw the blood, like where it bit. And then I freaked out and called Ethan. And he was not a very good comforter because he was going like this, calm down. Where are you? Calm down.
I could literally, I had no idea what had happened, where you were. I just knew you were hysterical, and I had to try to do something to help.
I know.
But I had to have you tell me what happened and where you were in a way that I could understand it before I could do anything.
Yeah.
But you called 911. Paramedics came out. I showed up on scene.
Yeah.
And
I called Ethan first because I wanted him to be en route. And then I called 911.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a seconds count life or death situation. It's a snake bite. It's not good. So we went to the hospital, and we ended up choosing, because by the time we got to the hospital, it was maybe almost an hour had passed. Would you say?
Yeah, an hour.
Because I drove her to the hospital because she was.
I called 911 at 11:26 a.m.
She was doing fine. It was not even really red. It wasn't swollen or hurting her. So I drove her to the hospital. We went inside, and then it was still not hurting. So we decided to, because probably what they were going to do, I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I think what they were going to do, based on what I read on the internet, is they're going to monitor her. and see what happens. So
Yeah.
we can
They'd also,
monitor.
the EMT, I don't know if you can see that, but I
Can
don't
I?
know, Ethan, if you even knew this, but they drew a black circle around it. And they said, like, let me know if it goes outside of the circle, if the redness, because it was red right where it bit. So then they said, like, if the redness grows, and it hadn't really grown much.
So that is a snake. If you're watching, you can see the snake that actually bit her because she took a picture of it right afterward. And people have been asking me, "How did you step on that on a pavement? How did that?"
Because it was still moving. So I stepped on it right when it came onto the pavement, and
No,
that's when it bit me.
yeah,
And then it kept going, which is why I was even able to get a picture of it, because I didn't like lose it in the grass because it went across the trail.
gotcha.
Um, so that was on the move. That's why I also didn't get his whole body, because he was moving and I was like trying to get away from it, and just kind of, it's not the greatest picture.
Yeah. Well,
But
we are thankful for the Lord's protection. And somebody was arguing with me online because she said, "What protection? You were bitten by a snake." And I said, "She was bitten by a venomous snake and had zero reaction to it. That protection." So anyway,
yeah.
I'm not here to argue that.
But
You
so
can
there was
believe
a
it if you don't.
lady who messaged me. Yeah, that's true, babe. Good point. There was a lady who messaged me who got bit by one last summer, and like in the Ozarks, by the way, at her house. Where is it at? And her name is Heather, and she sent me a picture of her foot. Oh my goodness. I mean, her foot is so swollen up. Um, and she said that it was horrific pain for quite a while. Like, she would think it was getting better, and then it would start really throbbing on her heel again. So, yes, protection, but yes, some people just don't see that. But the venom was on my sock, by the way. Did we say that?
Well, apparently it doesn't happen very often because it made news even before everybody knew that you were part of the news.
Yes. So
Uh,
this lady, by the way, she got bitten, and the hospital did not, here in the Ozarks, did not offer anti-venom because it's very rare, and they don't see a lot of bites, and they did not have it on hand that day.
yeah.
So
So
someone, actually an EMT told me that it expires quickly. The antidote expires quickly, so you can't like keep it. It's not like they just have like this mass storage of it.
well, it's very expensive for that reason as well. So it's funny. We had an appointment that afternoon together. We went to the appointment, and the person there said, "So how's your day been?" And Sarah said, "Well, I just got bit 2 hours ago by a copperhead," and that sparked a conversation, as you might imagine. But anyway, she's okay. It didn't swell, no problems at all. Thank the Lord. All right, back to the news. News that doesn't involve us. There's a new partnership between two historic theaters in Springfield. The Gilloys is now managing the Fox Theater at the History Museum on the square. That agreement also means the Gilloys will schedule programs for the Fox Theater. The Fox Theater, as you know, used to be home to the Springfield Contemporary Theater, but it shut down indefinitely this summer. We covered that here on Around the Ozarks. The first production to take the stage at the Fox after the agreement is Hairspray. That's next month, October 10 through 26. Some neighbors are not happy about an update in plans for the new Pershing Middle School. That new school is going to be built on the same property as the current school, but will be closer to houses than originally planned. And there's the rub. Some of the neighbors worry that they first of all, they weren't informed about the update, and they worry that the school's close proximity to their houses will drop property value and cause noise pollution, other things like that they are not happy about.
Springfield Public Schools deputy superintendent, who was put on leave earlier this year, will be leaving the district next year. Travis Shaw is expected to retire in 2026. SPS never gave a reason for his administrative leave. It was a personnel matter, but we can tell you that after an independent investigation, he was able to return to work. And again, now he is leaving. The district says he is retiring. Progress is being made on a big road improvement in Springfield. Tomorrow, part of LeCompte Road will reopen from the south entrance of the Springfield Underground to Division Street. That was phase 1 of the project. After it reopens, phase 2 of the project starts, which means LeCompte will close from the same underground entrance north to Kearney. So that portion will be closed into December. The multi-million-dollar project is widening LeCompte to 3 lanes, repaving it, adding curbs and gutters, all to improve traffic flow.
Okay. Strong storms, as you remember, took down a lot of trees back in April and May in Springfield. And now, here we are months later, close to 40,000 cubic yards of yard waste has been removed. That is a lot. The city's storm debris removal program continues. It's almost completed now. Zones 1 and 3 have been cleared, while work in city zones 2 and 4 stands at about 65% completed. So making progress. All of it, we're told, should be picked up by the end of next month.
Okay. Drury University renamed a building to recognize its partnership with Mercy Hospital. In a dedication ceremony, the Trustee Science Center was renamed the Mercy Science Center. That building originally opened in 2002 and houses Drury's medical and science programs.
And Missouri State Bears football team got its first ever win as an FBS program. Good for them. Of course, it was a win against one of its old FCS foes, University of Tennessee Martin, but it was a win nevertheless. And it was a decisive win at that. The Bears beat the Skyhawks 41-10 at Plaster Stadium Saturday. The Bears are now 2-2 on the season. They take on Western Kentucky this Saturday at 6, also at Plaster Stadium. Meanwhile, another win for the Missouri Tigers, and they climbed up the AP Top 25 poll as well. The Tigers beat South Carolina from the SEC 29-20 in Columbia. They jumped up 3 positions on the poll to land at number 20 in the country. MU plays University of Massachusetts Saturday at 6:30, also at home. Right. And the Springfield Cardinals will have to come from behind to win the Texas League Championship this year. They dropped game 1 of the 3-game series to Midland. It's a must-win game 2 happening in Texas tomorrow night. If they win and force a deciding game 3, it will be played Wednesday night in Midland. So maybe tomorrow night and Wednesday night. We need them to win both of those. You can watch the games at a free viewing party at Hammons Field if you want, both nights starting at 6 p.m.
All right. Clean Green Springfield. You are familiar. We've done several stories over the years over Clean Green Springfield. If you go there, you will get all the details you want. It's cleangreensgf.com on, get this, the first ever citywide garage sale in Springfield. This is really to help cut down on waste so that you can get a good deal and people don't throw stuff away because perhaps it's something you're looking for. So check it out on October 4th. They are also having a reuse rally. That is on October 4th. You can donate or recycle to give items a second life. But I love this because it's kind of like the one in Nixa that is so popular, where they list online all of the different houses that are taking part. This is going to be similar to that. Citywide in Springfield, coming up in October. Again, cleangreensgf.com.
So you can look at the map and see where you want to go.
See where you want to go, or perhaps see about getting your address added on there if you want to, take part.
Correct. Man, if you have experienced Alzheimer's disease in any way, you know what a horrific disease it is. And sadly, it's growing like crazy. More and more families, more and more parents of my friends are being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. I lost my mom to Alzheimer's disease in 2010 after 20 years battling it. So it was a long stretch for her. Well, this coming Saturday, it's the Walk to End Alzheimer's. We do it with the Alzheimer's Association in town. It's a great event. I get to MC it. I've done that for several years. Last year I had to miss because there was a hurricane that was hitting at about the same time, and I was down in Florida for that. But I get to be back this Saturday for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, emceeing that. Registration starts at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday at Jordan Valley Park, the Promise Garden, and the ceremony begins at about 9:45 with the walk. So we hope that you can join us out there. You can register at alz.org. That stands for Alzheimer's disease. alz.org/Springfield Mo. You can also check out the Springfield Walk to End Alzheimer's Facebook page. So I hope to see you out there Saturday morning.
All right. And then finally, we have been getting a lot of interest in our Kingdom Country contest. Such a cool, fun little prize for you. Just go to aroundtheozarks.com and you can enter to win tickets to go watch the Kansas City Chiefs play at Arrowhead. So this week we are giving away 2 tickets to Arrowhead Stadium for the Raiders game, the Chiefs versus the Raiders happening on October 19th. And all you have to do is submit a picture of yourself in your Chiefs gear around the Ozarks. Now, here's the deal. There's a lot of people who've been submitting pictures at Arrowhead, but you got to submit pictures of yourself around the Ozarks.
That's the name of the show. It's Around the Ozarks.
Because it's around the Ozarks.
Yeah,
it's the Ozarks Kingdom Country contest.
Hammond's Tower, Hammond's Field, the zoo, lots of choices.
Your
Table
yard.
Rock Lake.
How about your driveway?
They're all around the Ozarks.
Right. So anyway, we are super glad for the amount of people taking part in the competition, and we will draw names and we will inform the winner, and it will be great fun. So check it out right now at aroundtheozarks.com. We are going long today, so have a fantastic Monday. We're super glad you joined us. We hope you'll share with a friend, and see you tomorrow.
Yep.